All right, good morning. It is Saturday now, and I'm fixing to go for a quick mountain bike ride again. And then when I get back, it is time to test drive the Mustang. I'll set the camera up underneath, like I was mentioning in my last video. And then hopefully I can figure out what's going on with the rear end shifting. And hopefully be able to fix it without making a purchase. That'd be the ideal goal. But we'll see. Cold pizza with hot coffee. Hot black coffee. Put hair on your chest right there. First test drive. It doesn't pull, the steering doesn't pull or anything, so I think I got that alignment perfectly. I got it perfect. So just cruising. I've got the camera underneath, seeing what's going on with the rear end shifting. Hopefully I can figure it out. As far as the handling and stuff, and other than the rear end trying to shift, but I'm getting a small like breakout sort of. I don't know if it's the spark. I don't think it's the carburetor. I think it's the spark. I don't think it's a fueling issue. I'm gonna pull the cap, make sure the rotor and the cap isn't corroded up from sitting. All right, first drive went good. I don't know if y'all could hear me when I was driving, but what I was saying was it drives fine as far as the front end, and other than the rear end shifting that I'm feeling, it drives good. So I think the front end is done, the alignment. I am getting some, like a very mild mist, like it's kind of spark breaking out a little bit. So I'm gonna double check and see. Oh yeah, I can already tell you that's built up. Yeah, there's a bunch of tarnish on them. Wow, yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, I'll go with that first and see what it does. Also, this thing broke, so I'm gonna have to get another one. That's my starter right there. That's my starter. So what I do with having locked out timing is I'll spin it and then I'll kick ignition on, and that lets it fire up. I don't like turn the ignition on first and then do it, because it'll do that hard cranking crap. So I just get the engine spinning, get some momentum going, and then fire the ignition, and it fires right up. No matter if it's hot, cold, whatever.
I love my daddy. Here he is.
You have a good day? You got a bath, got your nails done. You go for a walk?
Yeah. Yeah, she ran with Doodlebug.
Okay, one thing I don't like about this DuraSpark distributor that came from, I think it came from Amazon, maybe eBay, I can't remember, is the bottom base here moves. And if you're not careful, it will move on you, and that's probably like 3 degrees right there. So you gotta be careful. I dialed mine in with everything torqued to the right, so I know to always check to make sure it didn't move. Other than that, they're pretty solid distributors. I've got mine hooked up with MSD box, and I keep a GM. Let me see here. I can show y'all. So let's just say I'm driving and the MSD box goes out. I keep one of these HEI modules in, and literally the 2 wires that come from the distributor goes to one side, and then basically this just goes in the middle of the wiring, and you use your coil and everything the same way it is with your 12-volt switch and everything, and it will crank up. Now, if you after you do this and it does not crank up, then the module and the distributor is probably bad, and then you're just SOL unless you got another module for the distributor while you're on the side of the road. Maybe I should get one. Might be a good idea. Okay, I'm changing these spark plug boot protectors out, and I pulled that one off, and look what I see. So it's done got hot. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, after I drive it this next time, if I'm still getting some misfire like feeling, I'll know that it's the number 3, or possibly be the number 3 wire. We'll see. So much better. Man, that makes it look like 10 times better. And all I did was change those. I did wipe down the valve cover. I found this, or I've had this stuff. My brother got it for me a couple years ago, called Surface Prep, and I just sprayed it on there, wiped it off, and we did a pretty good job of just knocking the dust off. That's all we need. We don't need no showroom crap. So, all right, I'm gonna move on to the other side. All right, I got all the boots on, the boot protectors on. It looks so much better. And I wiped everything down with that Surface Prep stuff, that spray. It just makes it look so much better, man. Literally all I did was wipe stuff down. I did see this, which I need to change. Look at the split on that. Oh yeah. I got another one. I think I do. That needs to be changed. I don't need that thing blowing out. Make sure all my homemade brackets nice and taut. Yeah. All right, so next is I'm about to go inside and view this footage of this rear end, see if I can see where it's shifting, and hopefully I can see where this thing is moving, and then hopefully it's an easy fix. And after that, it would be to get the rear end stable and then start making test hits with the draggy and seeing what I need to do from there. All right, I'm over here. I had to make a run to Home Depot, and as I'm driving it, I have my camera GoPro on the rear end mount, and I turned it to the left side. Maybe it's moving over that side because I put it on the right side yesterday, facing the right side, and I couldn't see anything like caught my eye. But you could definitely see the rear end moving, like shifting, but it's not coming from that side, or at least it's not the lower on that side. So also it's still doing that little little misfire here and there once in a while. So I'm gonna go towards that burn up spark plug wire. It just looks like it got hot. It don't really look burnt, but it definitely got hot, and hopefully that takes care of that. All right, I checked the GoPro footage from the rear end of the driver's side with the camera facing the driver's side and then the camera facing the passenger side. None of the lowers is moving. It's the top. The 2 top ones, I'm sure, is just shot because that thing is moving. If you're watching, when you watch it, you can see the nose of the rear end come up under deceleration and acceleration. It goes like that. So that's telling me that the uppers are, moving. So here's the thing. I'm not going to take them off just to check them. If I'm going to take them off, they're going to the trash, and I'm going to get some good ones. I'll probably get a set of upper adjustables for now, and then eventually find some good lowers. The uppers are a lot cheaper than the lowers, so. And then I can set my pinion angle where it should be. Make sure it's correct. So, all right, I got to get to work on the bathroom. Before my wife gets home, before she kills me. All right, I'm gonna do a small little test hit here. It's still kind of breaking out, so I think I'm gonna have to change that spark plug wire. what is one good thing about working on your car in the wintertime is the engine stays warm, so we got a heater. Anyways, I just got home from work. I drove it to work today, and the other day when I was putting these boot protectors on, I noticed that number 3 cylinder wire is a little crisp from, I guess, sitting against it, and I'm having a small little misfire under heavy load, and I thought it was the distributor cap and rotor, so I cleaned them. That's not it. It's got to be that, or it's got to be the way this Duraspark distributor kind of moves. See how it twists on it?
Now look at him.
I don't like that.
Look at him, Daddy. He's a blue belt.
He's a blue belt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna see what I can find. All right, here is the intake that I was talking about in one of my last videos. It's made by Blueprint. I went in and knife edged this center section and kind of blended it there, and I went down in there and opened it up some, and let's see, I've ported a little bit of this side, a little bit there. As you can see, I've put where the gasket goes. I went to the inside of the gasket just a little bit to make sure I don't go outside of it. And what else did I do to this thing? That side is done too. Yeah, so as you can see, like up in there, I need to get some more up in there on the roof. I don't want to mess with it too much. They say this thing flows pretty good right out the box. Just kind of like the I do need to hit it with a cartridge roll and smooth it. But as far as the porting part, it's done. It just needs to be cleaned up, polished a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how this thing goes. Blueprint engines. This is a pretty nice intake. They say this is an exact copy of the Performer air gap RPM. The Performer RPM air gap. So we shall see. So after I get a good comparison of what's on there now, I'll try this. And then if I ever go with a T5, then that one's going back on it. The WIN 7515. That's a good intake there. Alright, I've also got a set of, oh shoot. I've also got a set of torque box reinforcements that's been sitting up there for a little while. I picked these up for 50 bucks. It comes with the bolts and everything, brand new. So I might need to invest time in putting these on. So next up, we should have some, hopefully have some upper control arms, and then it would make some test hits. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I'm almost to 500, by the way, which is awesome. I didn't ever think I'd hit 500, but anyways, I appreciate y'all, all my new and old subscribers, and we'll keep moving on and chomping away at this thing. Hopefully we'll be at the track soon, but I gotta get some draggy hits in first to work the bugs out, so when I make it to the track, I'm 100% prepared.